Mariners bringing back goaltender Brad Arvanitis for his second season after he had a phenomenal 23-24 season. And Brad joins us now. RV, how's your summer been?
It's been good. It's been a little bit of rest here, and now we're just getting started back up to get back into the full swing of things.
Absolutely. And for you, pretty heavy workload. I mean, you did have three goaltenders on the roster last year, but you kind of rose to that number one and you played six of the seven playoff games and a lot of games down the stretch. So how'd the body feel come the end of game seven?
Um, it felt all right. It was in a shape that I knew I could get through. So we battled through it, and we're just gonna keep prepping it now to play the same if not more games. So it was a good learning curve last year for that amount of games. So we're gonna go and try and do it again.
Well, you coming off your first full season in the ECHL after a full season in the SP and then, different stints here and there in the coast, but obviously a higher level of competition this past year in the ECHL. So what did you learn from your first full year at this level?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot, let alone about myself, but also the league. I learned that how you got to treat your body every day. You got to be ready to go for all those 72 games and plus. And then I also just learned how to become a better pro from the older guys that taught me last year. So that was a huge beneficial of our team last year.
And you had the third best save percentage in the league, 920. What allowed you to have so much success last year?
It was just the confidence from the guys and the coaching staff. They really allowed me to just play my game and not have to really worry about anything else besides stopping the puck. So that was a huge factor that allowed me to feel comfortable and confident in the net.
Now, you mentioned relying on the older guys and Kyle Kaiser, Shane Starrett, and yourself, and then Francois Broussard. But at any given point, it really was a three-man rotation last season. So how did you manage that, knowing that you really had to earn your playing time?
Yeah, I mean, competition is always good. The friendly competition between all three of us last year was a good thing. I think it brought us together, but it also elevated the goaltending core. So that's what really allowed us to become the best we could, I thought. And yeah, it was a good year and allowed us to really grow.
What was it about either the city of Portland or the organization or the coaches that made you want to resign?
First off, I love the coaches there. Wally and J-Mac really, and Freddie really allowed me to become the best goalie I could be. But the city, the fans, the organization as a whole really allowed me to develop and become a better person and goalie. So that's why I wanted to come back and try and do it again, and obviously do better than what we did last year. It's not great getting out in the first round, so if we can get past that schneid and move along to the second, third round, I think that's where we want to be.
And looking ahead to 24, 25, individually for you, what steps are you looking to take to improve your own game?
I think just the consistency. Consistency was something that was up and down last year. I'd like to say I'd like to play a certain amount of games, but never gonna know with goalies that are coming in and whatnot. So I think just being a consistent guy every day, getting to the room, being a good teammate, and just developing as a person and a goalie to help in any way I can. So for me, I just want to become the best I can be on and off the ice.
And you guys went through a grueling seven-game playoff series, came up a bit short, and this is three straight years now for the organization going out in the first round. I know you've only been part of one of them, but what's the level of kind of unfinished business in that locker room as we go into a new season?
Yeah, I think it left a sour taste for a lot of us. We were so close. It was games were, one goal games for a lot of them. So we were right there knocking on the door the entire time against the best team in our division last year. So I think the sour taste, we're going to use that to fuel the fire that we're going to bring this year. So that's kind of the main piece that I'm taking away from playoffs. Where
All right, Arby. Well, I know the fans are going to be really, really excited when they hear that you're coming back, and we're looking forward to it as well. Appreciate you hopping on with us. Have a great rest of your summer, and we'll see you in a few short months.
absolutely looking forward to it, Keels.